I've been nosy. I thought I'd look at the competition and see what sort of fees they're charging, and so I got started looking. I thought it was quite interesting, so I decided to do the top 6 with the, let's say, the big boy agencies, the big national or international prestige agencies here in France. And basically I will start with the cheapest one, moving up to the most expensive one. So if you don't want to be cheated when you're buying a chateau, stay till the end. So first off, like I said, these are all actual international prestige agencies which are based in France, selling chateaus all over France, but all over the world, so to speak. And let's see who has the most interesting fees. The first one I've come to here is Christie's International Real Estate. So this is, from what I can see, of the 6 top agencies, the cheapest one. Admittedly, Christie's is slightly different because Christie's is actually a franchise and each agency has its own fee system. But I've gone through quite a few of their actual properties, looking at the actual agency's fees, and on average they are between 5 and 6% fees on the actual house. They don't mention any minimum cost, but I imagine they have a minimum price they will take a property on, because Christie's International Real Estate, they don't really do like a 1-bedroom flat above the chip shops type places. So there you go, 5 to 6% depending on the agencies. So well done, Christie's, you are the cheapest agency. Well, you're not, but I'll tell you that at the end, who is the cheapest agency. Second place goes to Agence Mercure, which I'm glad to say they've actually updated the website now. For many years their website was archaic. But basically, as you can see here, this is the Mercure website. Let's have a look at some properties to buy. What are we looking for? Working with Chateaux and Manors. That's me, being me. There we go, here's a few Chateaux and Manors coming up. So let's have a look at this one. Boomf. Okay, so here's the details going down. Fees being charged to vendors, so that avoids them having to actually give you the breakdown of the fees on the advert. We're not so much looking at the properties today, we're looking at the presentation. You got a share button here, you got a save it to favourites button, but no real button saying here's our fees. Until you go right down the bottom into all the legal blah blah blah, which no one ever looks at, and there is a button here saying not barème or no barème. So not too impressed there, even if they are the second cheapest ones. But hiding the fees down there, it's not the proper way of doing it by French law. But anyhow, as you can see here, they are, well, they got 10%, etc, etc, but from 800,000 upwards, because we're talking about chateaus here, they are on 6%. 5% in the big towns, but 6% elsewhere. And they actually have a minimum fee of 18,000. So even if you're below the 800,000, you've got 18,000 euros minimum, whatever the negotiation is. Okay, second place then. Third place, well, it's actually a joint third place. The first one is an agency I quite like. I do believe this agency started up in Brittany, which might be one of the reasons I like them. They're now based further south, and as far as I can tell, they're the sort of agency, they do like what they're doing, and it's not just a purely business, they are sort of chateau fanatics, let's say. Anyhow, looking at the website, you see it's all going on here, plenty of properties there. Let's have a look at type of property, chateau. Let's have a quick look. Boomf, here we go. Let's see, one takes our fancy. Don't want to go for too expensive one. Usually I'm looking for ones around about 1 to 2 million, purely and simply because that's where the fee comparison is probably the easiest. So let's, if these are done in price, let's go down a bit. There you go, 1.95. So big photos, blah blah blah. There's the description, the DP. They've got the DP in there. That's nice. Not all of the posh agencies do put the DP in. The price. Once again, fees to be paid by the vendor. And no button up here saying where the fees are. In fact, once again, they are like the other ones I saw here somewhere. Yeah, it's actually right down the bottom. You have to go past the legal bit. It's right down here in this bar here. So literally, bottom of the page, Barème d'Honneur. This actually downloads a PDF on this website, which I've actually already done. So, I don't know, seems a bit weird way of doing it, but old school as such. But basically, they are on 6% fees, and they have a minimum of 30,000 euros. Okay, so 600, anything below 600,000, you'll be paying 30,000 euros in fees. Okay. Then the other joint third agency is Patrice Besse, based in Paris, is head offices, I do believe, and once again, they have a fair choice. Here, I pulled up this Chateau here with them, and it says here 6% down to the buyer, and they do actually have the button here right for their fees, as it should be in the French system. So if we bring this up, they've got a pop-up box, and basically, well, if I stick to the others, 800,000 upwards. And for chateaus, so we're not looking at in the main towns, we're looking at chateaus in the countryside. They are on 6% with a minimum charge of 30,000 euros, the same as Cabernet and I. So like I said, joint third place, and bravo to them to actually having the Barème button where it should be. There was another agency I actually wanted to count into this countdown of, or count up of fees, and that is the Kretz agency. Kretz agency, or the Agence Parisienne from Netflix fame. Went on their website, there is absolutely no link anywhere to their fees. It's just only a bit of French law saying you have to show your fees on your website, but apparently once you're on Netflix fame you don't have to worry about it. So good one, Kretz family, fly the flag, show them how the French do things properly and follow the laws. Good on you. And number 5 in our top 6 or bottom 6, when you have a look at it, international agencies fees wise, is Barnes International. So number 5 here, and as you can see I've already pulled up some properties here. Let's have a look at one, Normandy again. Oh no, it's 5.26, price without the actual fees, that's good, they're putting it down. What they're not doing though is actually putting down the link for their fees. Inflation réglementaire, nothing there. So let's have a look at down the bottom. Voiture ou bien, s'inscrire. Yeah, once again, right down here in the legal documents, where most people don't even get to, there is a link to their fees. Up to 1 million euros, they are on 8%. From 1 million to 2 million, they're on 7%. 2 million to 5 million, 6%. And over 5 million, 5%. Well, over 5 million, I'm sure they can do better than that. Anyway, so there you go. If I'm generally looking at chateaus between 1 and 2 million, so 7%, that's actually 1% more. 1 million euros, that's 70,000 euros. I don't see why they should be charging more. And in 6th place, as in the most expensive international agency to work with in France, is an agency called Emile Garcin Properties. Here on their website, let's bring up some properties. Let's just do a quick search. They've got one of those simplified searches which I don't like. Hopefully they'll have a more detailed one. Here we go. Type of property. Property total. They actually have chateaus, so we'll go for that one. They do have chateaus, but they don't have something in their box. Right. Looking for one. There you go. 1.9 million. I think we saw that on the other website there. There's the video. There's the details. There's the agent, the commercial agent dealing with it. And given their dues, they do actually have the button in the right place there, where it should be, not hidden down the bottom like some do. And here is their fee table. Well, actually, the button's in the right place. The fee table is, it's the legal documents for all the different agencies saying what the CRETs are and what the numbers are and what the fee table is and blah de blah and blah de blah and blah de blah. And you see this carries on for ages. These fee tables are supposed to be very clear and simple to understand, so you don't actually confuse the clients. But now, the thing is, actually most of the agencies here, or at least 90% of them, are all on the same fee system. They've actually got a fee system which is actually not just expensive, it's actually quite crafty if you ask me. Because they actually have a fee system where the vendors are charged 6% and the purchasers are charged an additional 3.6%. So you're on 9.6%. That's like, well, the last one was on 7%. We've gone up to 9.6. You're buying something at 2 million. You got pretty much 200,000 euros in fees. That sounds ludicrous to me. Why are they doing this way? Well, if you ask me, I think they're doing it this way because actually then they can actually argue with the other vendors. Oh yes, we're the same as the other agencies. We only charge 6% to you. Yeah, we charge 3.6% to the buyers, but we won't tell you that bit. And as everyone knows, whoever's paying the fees, it always comes down to what the actual buyer has to pay. So even if the vendor pays the fees, the buyer's still paying the vendor to start with. So unless you want to go at 9.6% fees on your purchase, well, try and avoid these people. So there you go, roundup of the 6 major international prestige agencies in France and how many fees and how much fees they charge. Well, I know who I won't be working with. Anyway, as always, if you like this video, click the old like, subscribe and bell button, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Oh yeah, I said I'd tell you who's cheapest of the whole lot as well. Well, in fact, it's me. On 5% up to 1 million, 4% above 1 million, and I'm just starting up, but I'll get some Chateaus on soon and you can come and check them out and come with me if you want to. If you are interested in buying a Chateau, you always contact me by email on dan@agencenewton.com or check out our website agencenewton.com, and if you want, contact us from there. Speak to you soon. Bye.